Oh, fired up! We are back. It's my favorite time of the week. It's our gambling edition. This is where we help you make money. With me, as always, the Fox, the man himself. We missed you for our last episode, but he's back, folks. He must have been traveling the world doing some ninja stuff. Mr. Jordan Fox.
How's it going, guys? I was doing ninja stuff. Ninja comp tomorrow. Stay tuned. It's going to be a good one.
How the hands doing right now?
Normal.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay, that's all I want. That's all I care about. I know the hands could get calloused and blistered, and it's all downhill from there.
Yeah.
All right. With us always, our former MMA expert on the show, Mr. Jonathan Guerrero. He's got his LA hat. He's showing you. If you can't hear it on Spotify and Apple Music, but he's pretty excited about his Dodgers.
I forgot we stopped posting these to YouTube, huh?
No, they're on YouTube. They just don't see nearly as much as they get listened to on the pod. So I'll translate for you if you want to go with the mute edition today. That's no problem. And always, he's got props today. He's got a pointer. He's got a clip. I don't know what that is exactly, but he's in New York, folks, and he's keeping it real on the East Coast for us. Mr. Joey Clax.
It's my roach clip. How we doing? My hands don't have calluses, but they're covered in Carvel cake.
Oh yes, this man had a big cake. His wife got him a big cake. And I'm not going to tell you what he did to deserve it, but it's good. It is good. All right, my friends, here we go. We're going to start off with a game that. I was going to start off with some crappy games, and I said, you know what? We're not going to go that route. We're going to start with a really, really, really good game, maybe the game of the week. Titans, Steelers. Titans are at home giving 1.5. 51 is the over-under. Here's the thing. We got two 5-0 teams right here going at it. That doesn't happen very often. I want to start with my expert, Mr. Jordan Fox. Where do you see this game going? The Titans are rolling. They seem like they're playing like the old school Patriots. Vrabel is coaching like Belichick. The Steelers, though, are just quietly winning games every week. Mike Tomlin's like, I got Big Ben back. I can win with this guy. What do you think?
Well, I believe that the Steelers are doing great right now, and I'm not sure if they've played much talent yet. So I'm going Tennessee in the under.
Nice.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Tennessee at home in the under.
It'll make the Steelers better, but I'm not sure if they played talent yet. So I got to go with Tennessee in the under.
I love Jordan's pick.
Why is that? Why is that, Clax?
Because first of all, Tennessee doesn't have a defense, which is kind of ironic considering Vrabel's the coach. But 51 points isn't a lot of points when you consider both of these teams. And it's not going to be Tennessee blowing Pittsburgh out. So it's not going to be them just running the clock out in the second half. Most underrated quarterback in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill. Yep. Pittsburgh in the over.
Pittsburgh and the over. All right. Well, where do you stand, John? You could go. You going with Jordan? Or you going with John? Or are you somewhere in between?
I'm going with John on this one. No, we talked about our first episode, and you said, "Am I going with Jordan or John?" So, that's why I said.
You know what I meant. Get out of here.
So when we talked about it Monday or Tuesday, we talked about that the Titans, their best win so far this year was the Buffalo Bills. So with what Jordan said about the Steelers is pretty much the same for the Titans. I'm going to go with Clax on this one and go with the Steelers in the over because I think that game against Buffalo, even though it was their most significant win, I mean, I don't see them beating the Steelers.
All right. Well, I've heard all of you. You all made some very good points on this one. I am going to go with my gut. And it's weird because my brain says I should go with the Steelers, but my gut says to go with Tennessee. There's something about Henry running the ball this year, and there's something about Tannehill that I just don't understand other than he's not in an Adam Gase offense. I can't explain it. He was garbage in Miami, and he's not just
guy wins football games.
But he's not just like not losing. He's winning games for them.
He wins football games. He wins football games.
I'm going Tennessee in the over for this one. I think they're both going to put up points. And the thing is, I do agree, guys. I think Pittsburgh's defense is better than Tennessee's defense. but I think Tennessee still schemes very well. They just don't have the playmakers. They don't have the Mika Fitzpatricks and the Watts and those type of guys like Dupree and those guys like Pittsburgh has. All right, so let's move on from that one. Let's go to another game that I'm kind of interested in because, man, it'd be awful if they lost, which is the Cleveland Browns on the road in Cincinnati. And I'm going to start with John on this one in a second, but it's 3 points going to the Bengals at home. 50.5 is the over-under. John, where do you stand on this one? I know you like to take the Bengals. I know this is a small spread here. They're only getting 3. Is that enough for you to take the Bengals again?
Oh, absolutely.
I knew
Bengals
it.
all day. All
I
day.
knew it.
Bengals in the over. The teams combined for 65 points last time. It's not going to be one of those ugly 14-10 games. They're just going to be throwing like they did the first game, and Bengals in the over.
John, all day, John coming through with the Bengals. Do either one of you guys have the Bengals just out of curiosity in this one, or are you going to actually take the Browns? I know you don't want to take either one. Both of you guys don't.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm taking the Browns. Yes.
Baker can beat them by 3.
Baker can beat him by 3. Baker has a point to prove this week, and he'll throw 2 picks, but he'll probably throw 2 touchdowns also. And yeah,
I think Cleveland's. What was that, John?
What point is he proving, by the way?
that he didn't need to get benched last week. That he can throw more than 10 touchdowns in 6 weeks. That he's not a total piece of garbage.
And an overrated number one.
He was injured. He didn't get benched though, so that injury is going to carry over.
No. I talked to Adam Schefter. He got benched.
Jordan, where do you stand on this one? You taking Baker and the boys?
For everyone listening, Jordan looks really offended that I just called Baker a piece of trash. It's really interesting.
Are you over under though?
Under. I'm under.
Oh, okay.
I'm under only because John and all of the Bengals that he has on his fantasy team loves the Bengals in the over. So I want to take the under.
Okay, I got Cleveland in the over.
Cleveland in the over?
I don't believe. Actually, no, I do believe Cleveland's going to score a lot of points and give the Bengals opportunities to score as well, even though the Browns have a great defense. So,
how many times is Myles Garrett going to knock down Joe Burrow? I say 3 times at least.
I'll say 5 and 2 sacks.
5 and 2 sacks. Oh my gosh! If he gets 5 hits on him and 2 sacks,
you know what? You know what? With that said, Joe Burrow is going to score some points, ain't he? So I'll take the over. I'm changing my pick here. It's Browns in the over. Jordan knows what he's talking about here.
That's my pick. Browns in the over. Just so you guys know, fellas. I think the Browns.
It's kind of a gimme, actually.
I think this is one of those games where like we've had before, where the Browns look really, really good because they're playing the Bengals, and Odell Beckham's going to be able to play games with those defensive backs on the Bengals, and you know the running game. Hunt should have 150 yards. I mean, the way that team plays. I mean, why not? Maybe combined receiving and if Baker throws it to him. But yeah, I got the Browns in the over in that.
5 and 2 Browns after this week.
5 and 2 Browns. I mean, that's right where I basically told you guys they were going to be. Do you remember? That's at least halfway to 10.
They're playing the Bengals, dude.
They're going to play the Bengals twice. Well, what are they? That's what I'm saying. These are the games.
Like, are the Chiefs going to beat the Jets next week and start high-fiving each other? No, dude. Like, it's just like.
This is one of those games where, like I said, it's going to fool everybody again. Like when the Browns put up 48 a couple weeks ago.
Who's it fooling?
Yeah, it's not.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does this game even prove? Like what?
This game proves nothing, but a 5 and 2 record is juicy.
This game just proves you're a professional. That's it.
If we started at the beginning of this year and I said, hey, the Browns are going to start 5 and 2, you guys would have laughed.
Yeah, I would have.
Stop.
Jordan, you wouldn't have?
It's not the point.
It's not the point. And the point is when I said they're going to win 10 games, you guys looked at me like I had like a penis growing out of my forehead. And you know what? I think there's a chance they are. But you know what? With that said, they're the 3rd best team in their division.
What that thing is?
What?
Nothing.
It's the third best team in the division. That's the problem. That's their biggest issue. Their biggest issue is the Steelers and the Ravens, honestly. All right, I got one. 2 teams that Jordan loves. You love to bet on these 2 teams. The Lions and the Falcons. I wore my Barry Sanders jersey for you last episode. It's 2.5 going to the Lions on the road. 54.5 is the over/under. What are you thinking, Jordan?
I have the over right now.
That is the lock in this one.
That's all I got right now.
You want to wait till we finish till you make a decision?
I have to.
You have to listen. All right,
They're
John.
the same team to me, honestly. They're the same team.
I know. Both overrated old quarterbacks at this point. Like, yeah, I'm with you.
Got a
John, what do you got in
AP.
this one?
I even completely agree with Jordan that that's basically a toss-up of who's going to win. I'm going to be self-serving here and just go with the Lions in the over. I know, but with Julio back, I mean, it's kind of a pick 'em on this one. So I'm just going to go with the Lions in the over.
What about you, Mr. Clax?
Julio's playing for a trade is what Julio's playing for. And it's a dome game, so you're taking the over. And it's on turf, so you're taking the over. And Atlanta is just shot. So Lions in the over.
Ooh. I liked everything you said, and that's kind of why I'm going with Atlanta. They got a new coach. I think they got a little bit of fire in there now.
They already got that win out of the way, though.
They did.
They already got
They
that
did.
new coach win.
They did. They got the new coach win, but this is against the Lions, and I'm not a believer in the Lions. I think the Lions defense is definitely better than the Falcons defense, but I think the Falcons offense is better than the Lions offense. That's where I stand. So if it's a close matchup, I'm taking the home team. I'm taking the Falcons. I'm taking the over, probably a 38-35 type of game, 38-30, who knows. Yeah, I got the Falcons.
Yeah, because the Falcons don't choke in the fourth quarter. Cool. That makes sense.
Always choking the fourth.
So real quick, the Falcons are getting points.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go Falcons.
No.
No.
I'm sorry. Falcons are giving points. Sorry.
2.5.
Detroit's getting points. Falcons -2.5.
Oh,
My bad.
you gotta go Detroit.
Yeah, that's
Like Atlanta might win, but not by a lot. Like
It's got to win by a field goal.
right.
That's
Game
not a
winning
lot.
field goal. Now they're up by 1 or 2.
That's not enough if that's the case. But yeah, that
That's what
would
I'm
work.
saying. Yeah.
All right, so you got the over and you got the Lions.
Yeah.
All right. How about this game, fellas? The Panthers and the COVID-ridden Saints. 7 points going to the Panthers on the road. 50 over/under. This is the lock of the week to me. Lock of the week. Absolute lock of the week.
COVID ridden. I mean, I'll go first, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. They lost a receiver. They got a lineman out now. Manuel Sanders is out. Michael Thomas is out.
Michael Thomas is definitely ruled out, and 7 points is way too much in a division game. And it's on the turf. It's in the dome, so I'll take the over, and I'll take the Panthers, and that is a lock.
Lock. That is my exact pick as well, Jordan, as the lock of the week, if anyone cares. And I don't like to bet on the Panthers as my lock of the week, and I don't like to bet against Drew Brees as a lock of the week. But you know what? John, where are you standing on this one? Are you going to just totally make me look stupid and go the other way? Or
Well, yeah. But I agree, I'm with you guys on this as a lock. It's one of my 4 locks. I have Carolina beating the Saints. With all the injuries to the Saints offense, I believe this is going to be under. I don't think it's going to go over. So Carolina beating the Saints in the under.
okay.
Old Noodle Arm finds a way to score, bro.
Yeah, I just don't think so. I don't think so
All right.
this week.
All right.
It's called a check down, and it's called Kamara.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Over.
What was that?
Sir Taysom Hill, who's 34 or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jameis, crab legs, Jameis.
Jameis.
He's waiting.
Never. He's waiting. It's not going to happen, though.
What happens if Drew Brees hits his pinky on someone's helmet and, has to come out of the game?
Oh.
And all of a sudden, Jameis comes in and he just starts firing the ball down the field. Guess what?
winning
Drew
streak.
Brees is out for 2 games. Jameis wins them big. Drew Brees doesn't come back in the rest of the season. That's it.
You don't bench Drew Brees for Jameis if Drew is healthy and comes back. I don't care if Jameis wins games. He's the king of the pick six. It's just that nothing's going to change that, Jordan.
So if you were already sitting on the bench, were you benched?
You're just not.
No.
You're just not brought back in. I don't think you're benched. You gotta get like you just lost your spot, buddy. That's all it is. You didn't get benched.
I just want you to be healthier. Just wait till you're healthier.
All right.
Let's keep.
Or until Jameis has that game where he throws 4 picks.
Yeah.
And then that's fine. Bring Noodle Arm back in at that point. But you got to ride Jameis at that point. Oh, I'm riding him all day.
Don't forget that.
I just keep hearing how New Orleans is the team to beat in the NFC, and it makes me laugh.
What?
They're not even in their division.
I know. I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, no.
They're the team to beat.
I mean, there's 3 teams out west that I would take over New Orleans. I'll tell you the truth. I really would.
I'm sick of hearing about the Rams, and I wouldn't take the Rams over them because I know that's one of the 3 teams.
Oh, absolutely. I would take Aaron Donald all day over him.
Saints will be the 6th seed.
I'll buy that.
Should we?
Jameis won't be the quarterback.
What about these 2 amazing NFC East teams, the Cowboys and the football team? It's going to be a real classic this weekend. Dallas giving 1 point to Washington, so it's basically a pick 'em. 44.5 is the over-under. Not expecting much offense, apparently. John, what do you think of this ugly? Actually, yeah, John, what do you think of this ugly game?
Yeah.
I have. I think I'm hoping that the Cowboys are so embarrassed that they want to come back and prove something, even if it's against the Washington football team. So I have Dallas beating Washington. And what was the over under?
44.5.
47.5.
I got 44.
You got 44?
44.
I'll go with the over in this one. I think there'll be garbage points to be had.
What do you think, Clax? On a 44.5.
I think Dallas, and I feel like it's a little different, 47 and 44. I shouldn't feel different about it at all. But I'll take Dallas in the under. Dallas is, even though players are talking smack and everything else, it's Red Rocket time. They're going to win a game finally.
What do you think, Mr. Fox?
Well, in Tebu we trust. Mr. McCarthy, Dallas in the under. Give the ball to Zeke.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking right there.
Give the ball to Zeke. It's not that hard.
He's not going to fumble again after last week. He got those out of the way.
He's very angry and
yes,
no one to look to. So yes, just give him the ball.
30 times.
Yeah, 30 touches, 25 carries, 5 targets.
Yep.
I don't disagree with anything you guys have said. I'm taking the Cowboys in the under. And here's the thing. I want to think that the Washington's defense can really get at them and can do it. But the Cowboys offense is pretty explosive. I mean, even with the Red Rocket, like you said, they have a running game. They've got a 3-headed monster at receiver. They're going to win. And it might be just like one of those 20 to 21-10 games, nothing crazy. Probably going to be a kind of ugly game, most likely, but I think the Cowboys are going to break it open. So, yeah, we're going to go there. And then, hey, guys, we got a matchup this week. We got Clax's Jets at
my
home.
Jets.
Not your Jets anymore?
Not my Jets, bro. Free agent.
It's official? You're a fan free agent?
It's official. The only other thing that's official is that I decided in my free agency that I'm not going to become a fan of the Giants or Eagles after last night's game. But that is about it.
You're a fan free agent.
Free agent, pal. There it is.
Huge. So I'm a fan free agent in the NBA. I've been one for almost 2 years now. I haven't committed yet. I'm leaning towards a couple teams. A lot of them are West Coast, which I never thought I'd, maybe just because I'm so over all the East Coast teams at this point.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm looking. I might just become a Golden State Warriors fan. I don't know. I might have a dynasty in my life for some time. Who knows? This could be great after 36 years as a Knicks fan. age 37 has been great being a fan free agent, let me tell you. So the former team of Joey Clax, the New York Football Jets, are going against the Buffalo Bills. Mafia, Bills Mafia. Where are you at, John? You want to start off this one? Watch Mafia. It's a pretty big spread. 10 points to the Jets. 46 is the over-under.
It's going to be Buffalo, obviously. It's going to be in the under, though, because you can't count on Jets to score anything.
They put up donuts, that's for sure. Claps, what about you? This is your boys.
Denzel Mims is playing in his first game. Darnold is back.
Ooh. Oh, no.
And I'll take the Bills in the under because I'm done taking losses against you guys just because I want to take the Jets because I think they're going to pull out that one win.
No.
And it's just not going to happen. They're going 0-16.
Yeah, the Giants might give you a couple of your New York picks this year, but not the Jets.
Not the Jets.
You could put me down as well for the Bills and the under in this game. Very simple.
I don't even know what the over-under was. I didn't even hear you say it, but I'm taking the under because the Jets aren't going to score any points.
It's 46.
Great, under. You could have told me it was 41.
I was saying it could be 38, and I would have taken it because I see it as a 35-0 win. What do you have, Jordan?
I have the Bills in the under as well.
We have a sweep, folks.
Fairly simple.
We have a sweep, folks. This is our lock of the week as a team right now. AFU's first lock over, under, and team. I love it. I love it. We could just move on. We don't have to talk about it anymore. It's official. I didn't know that's where we were going, but we're there. How about this game? This is going to be an interesting one. Packers coming off a loss, and I say interesting for a few reasons. Packers coming off a loss on the road at the Houston Texans. So 4-1 versus 1-5. Green Bay's only giving 3.5 with a 57 over-under. So I don't know, man. That seems like it's a very low spread to me. I don't know if you guys agree. Clax, what do you think of this one?
It's in Houston. That's why the spread's so low. But there's no thing as home field advantage.
Right.
I don't think. Not when there's only 10,000 people in the place.
Artificial noise, same as every other.
But I guess it makes a difference if you go to some place like Green Bay, but it doesn't in Houston. And I get the over is so much because Houston's D is garbage. Green Bay's D is garbage. I'm still gonna take the under, and it's hard to take Green Bay in the under, but I'm taking Green Bay in the under.
John,
because Rodgers is not losing back-to-back games. If they lose this game, if they win this game by 3, that's the only way this pick doesn't come in.
Rodgers is coming out fired up this week. I know that.
Yes.
Where are you at, John?
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm taking Packers in the over, though. Rodgers is very pissed about last week, and he does not want to get embarrassed like that, especially against the Texans.
You got the over or the under?
The over.
All right, so you got the over, you got the under. Where are you at, Jordan? You want to know where I am?
I remember where you're at. Tell me where you're at. We're gonna say the same thing. I got you.
I got Green Bay in the under.
Wow. Okay.
Jordan's taking the Texans. I see it coming.
Uh-huh.
I know. That's why I'm like,
He's been on that bandwagon all year, man. Why get off it?
You think I'm going there?
He only gets off it on the weeks they win.
Yeah, exactly. Houston in the under.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be angry.
Yep, and that's why I think it's not going to go well.
And by the way, Jordan, I don't know if you heard, I don't know if you listened during your travels to the last episode we did without you, but I will let us say it again. You deserve props for your soliloquy that you gave us last week about Aaron Rodgers and what happens when the Buccaneers pressure him. And what you said was like a blueprint because it's exactly what happened when we watched the game. All three of us were like, whoa. How did Jordan know that was going to happen? So mad props to you for that one. You gave us some schooling, and we always appreciate your knowledge.
Todd Bowles, man.
Todd
different.
Bowles. Yeah.
He's different.
Yeah.
He got a raw deal, didn't he?
Oh,
Bruce Arians, he takes care of his people.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
listen, Todd Bowles does one thing right and one thing only as defense.
Yeah, no, I know.
Very well. Head coaching.
What if he had a solid
Defense?
offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Who was his offensive coordinator?
Schottenheimer.
Yeah. That's my point. Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
what if he had, like Shanahan was his offensive coordinator when he was at the time? You know what I mean? What if he had the Ravens?
It'd still be a Jets team, unfortunately for him.
It
So
would be, but I think that's what he was missing with like he was a leader of men. I felt like he really could be a leader, and he could have been like a Mike Tomlin, like don't touch the offense, defense, and be the leader of the squad. I felt like he was that guy. He was a defensive guy for the Cardinals, but Bruce Arians would let him run the practices. He's like, this guy can, so I don't know. I think he kind of got a raw deal because he was on the Jets. That's really what it comes down to. He got jetsed.
but he had that defense operating though when he was in New York.
And then look at the team he had. Who was his quarterback? I mean, come on. Like the guy did not have a squad at all. He got a raw deal. We get 2 years and out. Like it's no good. Let's move on. Let's move on to the guy that beat Aaron Rodgers last week. The GOAT. Six rings like Michael Jordan. Mr. Tom Brady, who I know fantasy league wise, Jonathan doesn't know what to do with him. He has him. He doesn't know when to start him. He doesn't know when to sit him. Is this the week that you're going to start him? I don't have a spread. There's no game. They're not playing, right? It got moved?
No, it got moved. It got moved from 8:30 to 4 o'clock just in case it does get canceled.
I have it at 1 o'clock here.
Yeah, well, in fantasy land where you guys live, it's 1 o'clock.
That's right, West Coast time. Sorry about that. But I don't even have a spread on this game. Do you have a spread on this game?
Yeah, it is Tampa Bay -4.5 over under 52.5. And I'll just go first because one of my 4 locks is Tampa Bay -4.5 because Las Vegas is offensive
this is
line.
the lock.
First of all, they haven't practiced. Second of all, they might not even play. So I'm going to take and then we were just talking about Tampa Bay's defense. So now there's 52.5 points in this game. Tampa Bay in the under.
You know what's funny about this game to me? They can't play. They can't because
it's not going to happen. You're right. So
here's my reason. Like the Patriot, Bill Belichick's going to blow a gasket if like he's like I had to play my team had to go out there with Brian Hoyer and whatever, and we didn't, and they're going to go out. They got 5 starting offensive linemen that failed COVID tests right now. They literally have to take a whole new offensive line team.
By 5 starting offensive line, you mean the offensive line. It's not like
offensive line.
It's not like 5 of 7. It's the offensive line.
It's 5 of 5. And
exactly.
Jordan, as our player personnel expert, can a team go out on the field with an offensive line that's never practiced together and never had a game and just come out and protect against the Buccaneers defense?
Or their entire second string offensive line.
Mind you, they are run first, so no.
No, I don't care what it is. It's Bucks in the under, whatever the spread and whatever the over is. You guys agree with that?
I do. All Bucks in the under, but this game is absolutely going to happen. All 5 didn't test positive. One of them did, but they just took out all the other guys that were in contact. That's why this game is going to happen. If it was 5 positives, I would say, yeah, maybe not. But this game is going to happen, and it should happen no matter what, just to show, like, don't act stupid. Like, stop going out when you're not supposed to. Like, they have to play. I hate, like, postponing it when guys just aren't following protocols and they get COVID and
you got to be across the board and do that with all the teams. I mean, how many weeks did Tennessee and Pittsburgh and these teams sit out? Like, you have to.
Right. Yeah. They should have. It should be a forfeit. Like, it's to me, it's just like it's letting it. It's not really putting any punishment on breaking protocol.
I have a question for you guys. What's your we kind of hear what John's saying, so I want to piggyback off that. I wanted to ask you guys this. What do you think? Like, they should have said. What if they said no postponements, and they just said, "Here's the deal. Anyone." Unless I guess it's hard because if it happens on a Saturday, I don't know how you don't postpone Sunday. But if everyone gets tested on a Saturday and they show up, the results Sunday morning, if you fail, you fail. You have to have backup guys, basically. You have to have like a B squad and just be ready to play. Like almost a full B squad backup team, which they don't normally do. Do you think that would have been better, Jordan, or postponing these games the way they've been doing it? I feel like just playing a schedule out, and if your team gets caught in it, it gets caught in it. That's the COVID season.
You do technically have a practice squad, so if anything, they just get promoted. So You know what? I guess what they should do is heighten the number of players for the practice squad.
100%. That's what I'm saying. They should like double.
Maybe 11 and 11 or 24 because of the kicker punter. You know what I mean?
I say double. Whatever the number is, double it right now, just for this season.
Right. That's what I would say to then not have to postpone.
Because you can't do double headers. It's not like baseball, Clacks. We can't do 7-inning double headers. Can we do 3-quarter football games? No, we don't
No.
do that in the NFL.
Stop
That's
it.
football.
No,
So,
this is no.
okay, so
I'm gonna go all Joe Biden on you. Come on. 3-quarter football games. Come on.
This is a grown man game. We don't know. Play or you don't play.
Clacks or Jim Carrey. I don't know which one is better right now. That was good. That was good. No, I'm with you on that. All right, let's move on. Let's move on from that game. Let's go to.
Oh, Tampa Bay in the over, by the way.
Yeah, Jordan.
Oh,
did
you got
put
the
it in.
over. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
over.
What about this game? The Super Bowl champion Chiefs against the Denver Broncos coming off a big win against New England. 8 points going to the Broncos at home with a 45 over under. Where do you stand, Clax?
Chiefs in the under. That's where I stand.
Not even a
Denver's defense is the top 5, by the way.
Vic Fangio, that's what he coaches. He's a defensive head coach.
Top 5, but they're not. Nobody's going to stop the Chiefs, and it's not going to be Denver. So they'll cover, and they're not going to score many points because I don't even know who their quarterback is this. I don't even know who their quarterback is this week. Le'Veon Bell's going to have like 8 carries for 43 yards.
How many touchdowns? That's all that matters.
1.
That's all that matters is how many touchdowns, because he's going to be their guy now on the goal line. And I think that's an amazing, even as just a play action guy on the goal line. What a weapon. What do you think there, Mr. Fox?
KC in the over. I was talking to Jonathan last night, and
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh,
Tyreek Hill's overdue.
There you go.
He's overdue.
right.
For a big game.
and
He is overdue. He hasn't had a good game all year.
Right. Denver's not good. The side of the ball.
Just like that. Where are you at, John? What were you saying back to him?
I was going to say, I just hope that doesn't happen. But I still am with him on the pick, the Chiefs in the over. I just hope everybody else has a game except for Hill.
I'm with you. I got the Chiefs as well, but I got the under in this one. Just because I think the Chiefs defense is better than we give them credit for. And I think they're going to hold the Broncos to about 10 points max. And I don't think so. Yeah, I see it a very close, like 35-10 type of game, which is right on the spread, which is kind of scary. But yeah, I'm going to still take the Chiefs and the under in this game. Patty Mahomes is the real deal. They're going to win by like 20, I think. I think they're going to blow them out. I think just the energy of having Bell on the field with them, and then the rookie coming in, he's going to feel himself because Bell's with him now.
Just 20. Edwards, Hilaire, just 20.
No, minimum, 30. Like a minimum of like
Okay.
3 touchdown like game. It's going to be one of those. Patty Hill's going to get involved. Kelsey's going to get. They're all going to be juiced up for this game. That's just the way they roll. All right, Patriots. My pick for the AFC East still to this day against the 3-3 Niners. 2.5 going to the Niners on the road. 44 over under. Fox, where are you going on this one? You going with Cam? I don't know if you heard the last episode, but there was some smack talk by Joey Clax about Cam Newton. And your name was in his mouth when he talked about it.
Yeah, I did not keep your name out of my mouth. I don't know if you listened to the episode or not. Maybe that's why you look so mad tonight.
I have New England in the under.
Just like that. New England and the under.
I still believe. A lot of time off last game and a lot of.
No
That's
problem.
a very disgraceful game. I don't care what you think Cam Newton is or not. He still is a Super Bowl starting quarterback. That'll always be who he is because that's what happened. And you can't. No, that doesn't happen. So it's going to change very quick. But San Francisco is very good.
No, they're not.
I give it to them. They're a good team. But no.
Super Bowl starting quarterbacks. I'll name one. Colin Kaepernick. He was a Super Bowl starting quarterback.
Yes, he was.
So was Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yes, he was.
And Jimmy Garoppolo going to win this game. And I'll tell you why. the Patriots have their worst record for this time of year since 2002.
But it's not normal. Like they had no practice for like weeks. I mean, they're not on it. There's nothing. You can't compare this year. Like
You remember this year started like 8 or 9 players opted out. 8 or 9 starters opted out.
it's
Listen, the 49ers went to the Super Bowl. My point is, you bring up the Super Bowl. I'm going to talk about the Super Bowl quarterback that didn't win it from last year, and I'm going to take him to win this game. And I'm going to take, it doesn't make any sense, but it would just mean that Cam just lays another egg. I'm going to take the under. San Francisco and the under.
All right, where do you stand, John? This is kind of, they're going separate directions here.
I'm with Clax on this one. 49ers in the under. 49ers, they're running. I think Kittle's still pretty banged up. Mozart's out. There's another running back I think that's injured too. But I still think they get it done. I just don't believe in the Patriots.
It's funny because I do. And I'm taking the Patriots and I'm taking the under. And Cam Newton is going to have 4 touchdowns between rushing and passing this week. That's my prediction. Yeah. you heard me.
Wow. All right.
And if he does, I want a donut from all of you. And if he does,
If he does, I'm buying a lotto ticket
Just listen.
because
and if he doesn't, 1 donut from me for all of you. Because Jordan, your reaction, that wasn't a reaction of faith when I said he was going to score 4 touchdowns.
I liked that.
Oh, you do? You know what? You're going to give me and Jordan each a donut if Cam Newton does it. That's the new way we're going.
If Cam Newton
Not take
scores,
donuts out of your mouth.
if he scores 4 total touchdowns,
I want a donut.
each of you a donut.
Yes, for me and Jordan. And
Pick your filling, whatever you want.
yeah, I want some Cam. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Cam's
I want it filled with Cam.
I want it filled with Cam. I want the hair. I want the hat. I want the poopy shirt. I want it all.
it's so ridiculous.
I'm going to go from that game to a game that's going to be kind of ugly, but it could be high scoring because we got 2 interesting quarterbacks in this game. I know one of them Clax loves. We got the Chargers and the Jaguars. Clax loves himself some Herbert on the rookie from the Chargers. I know
I
that.
do love me some Herbert.
And then there's the mustache of Gardner Minshew on the Jaguars. 7.5. The mustache is getting 49 over under.
Awful lot of points, ain't it?
That's a lot of points for the Chargers at a 1-4 going into this game. What do you think, John?
I got the Chargers in the under here. I am a Herbert Sherbert believer with Clax on this one, and they're going to get it done this week.
Wow, by over a touchdown?
Yes.
Clax, you agree with that?
Absolutely not. I'm going to take the polar opposite. I do believe in him, but I don't believe in 7.5 points because they're, let me double check here, 1-4.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not blowing anybody out. Now they kept pace with the Saints and old Noodle Arm, but Jacksonville in the what I say, over.
Jordan, where do you stand on this one?
Well, I'm not proud of this, but Chargers in the under.
Wow.
You're not proud of it because I picked it. That's why you're not proud of it?
That's exactly why I'm not proud of it. I believe the Chargers are a lot better than Jacksonville. I believe that they have an issue with finishing. They're a good team that doesn't know how to finish. And I believe Houston is somewhat the same way. They're a good team that don't know how to finish. And no one cares about, how much did you lose by. They care about what's your record.
Well, I care about how
Record's just bad.
the 7.5 point spread. That's why I'm thinking about not taking them. That's a lot of
get it.
points.
But this is different, though. This is different. Jacksonville's not a good team. The Chargers are a good team. It's going to be different.
Are they good?
Yeah.
They are good. They're really good for 1-4.
All right.
They spit out points.
Fine. I'll take the Chargers, but I'm taking the under. I don't care about the points. I'm taking the.
Who do you have?
I got the Chargers in the under.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I have to. Peer pressured me. I was thinking about
I mean,
Jacksonville.
I picked up Herbert in fantasy over 3 weeks ago in anticipation of this game going over.
Mm-hmm.
So lock up the over in this game.
Here we go, folks. All right, here's maybe the best 2 games of the week we're going to close with. This one I'm excited for. Show me that sweatshirt you're wearing there, Jordan. What logo you got on there?
What?
What logo you got on there?
It's the
Oh,
only logo that matters, okay?
the Seattle Seahawks. That's what it is. They're on the road, 5-0, bringing their first place Super Bowl favorite team to the desert against the Arizona Cardinals, hometown of where John and I live right now. John, you got the Cardinals having an upset here? Let's see what the spread is. We got 3.5 going to the Cardinals at home, 55. Can you do it?
Not happening.
Can't do it?
Seahawks in the over. Seahawks in the over. It's going to be a dynamite game. Anybody who plays fantasy and has Cardinals players or Seahawks players on their team are going to have a great score this week. There's going to be a lot of points to be had. It's going to be Seahawks in the over.
I see someone shaking their head.
Let's hear it, Jordan.
You got the same pick as him, don't you?
This is a bye week, Jonathan. This is Seahawks in the over. This is not a dynamite game. This is going to be
This
at
is
least
a bye week.
I don't think you understand, but besides the first game Russell Wilson's ever played in his life, he wins in Arizona. He lost that first game because what was his name? I think Simeon Rice or something missed. He dropped a slant.
Stud, Simeon Rice.
Yeah, Simeon Rice dropped a slant on the 3-yard line in the end zone. That's why we lost the game. Besides that, we win in Arizona. This is a bye week. We don't have Jamal Adams, but it's okay. That's
Gosh, you
fine.
feel the same way?
Is he not playing? Is that official?
100%.
All right, good to know.
Didn't practice all week.
Okay.
You're still picking the over, but it's not going to be a dynamite game.
No, it's not going to be dynamite game. We're blowing him out.
To hit that over though, I mean they got to score points too.
They will.
What do you got, Clax?
I got Seattle in the under.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
You know, I listened to a lot of local radio this week.
Ugh.
And oh my gosh, were they really believing in this Cardinals team? You know, that they're this if they win this game, like that's going to be their statement game of the year, which is true if they do win it. I agree with that. But
They're not.
you know, I believe the Cardinals could put up points on Seattle's defense. Seattle's defense is not very good without Jamal Adams. They're average at best. Look how many points they give up. But Russell Wilson in that offense is just going to put up more. That's what it comes down to. And it's a pretty low spread, 3.5. So I'm going to take Seattle, and I'm going to take the under of 55 for this game because the only way it's the over to me is if the Cardinals win. And I don't think the Cardinals are going to win. So that's why I'm taking the under. If it's like a 41-38, the Cardinals could win that game. But it could also be 28-10 or 35-10, and you know, one of those type of games where, like you said, Seattle blows them out.
Thinking 38-20.
Yeah, it could be. I need to see Russell Wilson do bad and lose this year before I'm going to bet against him in a game with 3.5 as the spread. That's the way I look at it. He's a 7-point spread by himself until he proves he's not to me, unless he's going against maybe the Chiefs or a team like that, you know? All right. Monday Night Football, team you don't really want to talk about, Clax, the LA Rams, giving 6 to the Trubisky Mitchell-less Bears. 5-1 Bears, 4-2 Rams. 6 points, 45.5 is the over-under.
No sense to me whatsoever. Please, can I go first?
Yes.
It starts with a C, ends with an O. It's got a Heacock in the middle. This is too easy. They're 5-1 and they're getting 6 points.
Yep.
In a primetime game with Nick Foles as the quarterback.
Yep.
That defense is going to shine. It's going to be that game that you and Jordan love. Is there turf in LA?
Not at the new field.
Even more so. Bears in the under.
Ooh, John. LA
This is
has-
my least favorite pick because I completely agree with Clax. For some reason, everybody talks about the Bears like they're not a good team, even though they're 5-1. I feel like they don't get the respect that they deserve. I don't like it. I don't like picking it, but I have the Bears in the under.
6 points, man. It's a lot of points.
Exactly.
Mr. Fox?
Chicago in the over.
Chicago in the over.
Nick Foles and Jared Goff to throw points. It's just going to be so just annoying.
I,
I do not like Jared Goff.
I'm so excited for this pick right now because I got the Rams in this one, fellas.
I like it.
I got the Rams, and this is the game. I've been I am a believer of the Bears. I am not a believer of Nick Foles. I'm a believer of the scheme. I'm a believer of the defense. But they don't have the position players, the receivers, the running backs that I don't know. I think the Rams defense is the real. That's a top 5 defense in the league. I'm taking the Rams, and I'm taking the over in this one because I do believe there's going to be some points for sure. Well, that's our picks. Who would like to go first with their 4 locks of the week?
I think for the first time ever, one of us might have, or more than one of us might have all 4 of the same locks, but we'll see.
You want to start us off, Clocks, and see if any of us?
Sure. I got the Bills at -10. I got the Bucks at -4.5. I got the Chiefs at -8. And I got the Seahawks at -3.5. And if for some reason that Bucks game doesn't happen, I'll throw in a consolation.
Yeah, let's not do the Bucks game. Give me another one.
I'll throw in a consolation. It's a toss-up between the Bears and the Panthers, but I'll go with the Bears at +6.
I'm going to give you mine next. I'm going to let these 2 guys over here simmer for a minute. I'm going to give you the Chiefs without a doubt. I'm going to give the Packers without a doubt. I'm going to take the Bills without a doubt. And then I am also taking the Browns without a doubt. And those are my 4 picks. And I don't have to think twice about those.
Browns a lock.
3 points against the Bungles? No
All right.
Joe Mixon? Get out of here. They don't even have a running game. They're done. That game's shot. That's a 10-point win. That's a 10-point win for the Browns. What do you think, Jordan?
I'm just gonna start this off. I too agree with you. I have the Browns as my lock.
Who?
The Browns.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That is easy money. I have the Bills as well. I have
Mine?
KC as well.
Who? Who's the third one?
But
Who's the third one?
Kansas City.
Oh, so we got 3 together. Okay.
Yep. But I'm shocked no one said this yet. I have the Panthers in the over as a lock.
Panthers, I was close. They were my next one in line, and I was looking at Noodle Arm, but it is a big – yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Man, Teddy Bridgewater is just gaining momentum quietly.
Oh, he's great.
slowly. The thing is, like, the Bucks in New Orleans cannot mess up because Teddy, he's been to the playoffs before.
He's waiting.
He's done it before, and it wasn't his fault when they lose.
Hey, who's Teddy's main target out there?
Whoever's open.
Robbie Anderson. Just say,
I'm not-
Ethan wants you
Hey,
to say
no,
Robbie Anderson.
Whoever's open.
Robbie
Whoever's-
Anderson, all 130 pounds of him. That guy's amazing. He's leading my fantasy squad. I love him. Guys, do we want to discuss just for like 30 seconds fantasy standings right now, where we are?
How about John's locks?
Yeah, how about mine?
Right now? Who's in SAT standings right now, folks? Which one of you 3? Because it's not me.
John's locks are in SAT standings.
So let me just get these out of the way real fast. So the
What's that
Chiefs.
voice? What's that voice I hear? Who's that?
What?
All right.
I have the Chiefs. Would have had the Bucks. We're not counting that. I have the Packers. I have Buffalo, and I'm with Jordan on this one on the Panthers as a lock.
We got 3 out of 4. Cox, who are your 4?
Bills, KC, Seattle, and the Bears.
All right, so we got 2 of the 4 together. Ooh, not Bears. Ooh, that's a big one. You really believe in
You-
that?
I like it was that or the Panthers. It was a toss up,
I
but I
know.
like the Bears more.
That's a juicy. Getting 7. That's a lot. All
So
right.
if we do go into fantasy, before that, do we have our results from last week's picks handy to see who did what of our picks last week?
No, not at the moment. I don't. But I'll have this. We'll have that on our social media. I will post it later tonight where we're at with that.
I believe John led. I believe. I could be wrong.
I think I might have lost on Monday Night Football though, so that might have brought it closer together.
We were all pretty close within one game of each other last week. I know that for a fact. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but we were within one game of each other. Our picks were all around the 500 mark. One game over 500 is where we.
Except for mine, I think I went like 5 and 9, but whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to give you a little bit of props before I put it out there, but I didn't want to throw you under the bus that hard. But yeah, yours were.
No, I choked last week.
Yeah, yours were pretty bad. All right, guys, we're gonna help people win some money this week. I'm pumped. Do you have any final thoughts? I mean, fantasy, we're getting there. We're starting to get in the home stretch. We're gonna have a fantasy episode maybe one day. We'll kick into gear when it starts getting towards like playoff time for fantasy. We'll do like a little 20-minute breakdown for you guys out there. You get the special Joey Clax fantasy locks. AP?
I got a final thought.
Go. Start off our final thoughts. It's perfect time. Start the music. I want some subtle music during your final thoughts today.
I will put some subtle music on it. And here's the interesting thing I was thinking while I was trying to go to sleep last night. Buffalo, Miami, New England, and New York. They're all on the East Coast, right? Literally. They're literally all on the East Coast. Philadelphia, New York, Washington, all on the East Coast for the most part. Washington's not on the coast, but they're all in the Northeast.
Yeah.
How do the Dallas Cowboys end up in the NFC East? These are the dumb things I think about when I'm trying to go to sleep at night. Why? How does that happen?
Jordan,
How did the Dallas Cowboys end up in the NFC East?
Jordan, do you want to explain it or should I explain it? Do you know the reason?
I know the explanation, but I don't
Explain
accept it.
because you're a part of the division. I have no parts of it. So
Yeah, basically, it used to just be the NFC before it was broken down into subdivisions. And they wanted to keep the Giants in the same division with the Cowboys and the Cowboys in the same division with the Eagles. And because those were like the big team, and the Redskins even at that point in the 80s, like those are the big teams, and they wanted to keep them all close. And somehow Dallas, because those were the rivals beforehand, they just threw them in the division with them like it wouldn't make a difference. And all the teams in the East wanted the Cowboys because they brought in revenue and they helped, and Jerry Jones and all that nonsense. And yeah, it doesn't make sense, but yeah, I hear you.
Stupid.
I hear you. I hear you. That's an amazing final thought. Do you have anything to match that, sir? I mean, Jordan, can you? I don't even know what to say after that.
you know me. You know I got a stat for you guys. You ready?
Yeah.
So this is obviously a sports podcast. This isn't just about football and gambling. So I'm talking about sports now. There's two numbers we need to think about. No, not Tyson. Not Tyson.
Okay.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
It is.
Thanksgiving's coming, guys. But two numbers: 58.8. So 58.8 and 56.9. And those two numbers are pretty significant because
That might be BMI.
no, look, LeBron James is more likely to make it to the NBA Finals than Michael Jordan is to make a shot.
What?
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah. That's how many
Wow.
that's how many times he's gone to the finals in his career.
Wow.
58% he goes to there. And 56.9% of the time, Michael Jordan makes a shot.
Wow. That's a crazy stat.
So
I got a question. I got a LeBron question for you guys. Then can I piggyback, John, off your LA Lakers MVP, LeBron James? How many more years is he going to be a top 3 player in the NBA? John. And I say top 3 because I'll let 2 other guys kind of be like, the Giannis and whoever else you want to, top 3 player.
I would say 2, top 5, 4.
4 years as a top 5 player. Jordan? How many years as a top 5 player?
it's tough, man. 3? I don't know.
He's getting old, but that's the 3. What do you think, Clax?
I don't
3.
think he is getting old.
Great.
3? That's kind of where I was standing in the 3. And if he could do it for 3 more years, he's going to have the all-time scoring record.
That's unreal. Another 3 years. I mean, that's probably another ring.
2.
2.
No.
if he's a top 5 player in the league and he has Anthony Davis next to him as a top 5 player in the league, and there's a good chance Kuzma and a bunch of those scrub side players are all going to get traded, and Chris Paul is going to come in.
I have 3 syllables for you.
Yeah.
Amare. Amare.
Wow. Wow.
The new
Amare, that's
for the Brooklyn. Is that the difference? Are the Brooklyn Nets going to win a title next year? Is that what you're saying?
They're gonna have more titles in 3 years than LeBron.
No way. No way. Kyrie's never winning another chip the rest of his career without LeBron. I'll make that a 5 donut bet on this with everybody.
wow.
No way. You know what I am afraid of?
Who's better than them in the East?
It doesn't matter because they're going to lose to one of the teams in the West. And they might make the finals. Good for them. They're not going to beat the Lakers. And you know who else they're not going to beat?
The Warriors.
That's the team. LaMelo? Is he going to the Warriors? LaMelo going to be dribbling it down, passing it to Curry, passing it to Thompson, Wiggins doing something, Draymond. Dude, that's going to be ridiculous. That is going to be ridiculous.
I miss Draymond.
That's the squad. I mean, could they win 65 games, 70 games next year? Mm-hmm. Why not? Let's go Warriors. That's my new team, I think. I might come out. I might make it official when the season starts. They're saying it's going to start the 22nd right now, so of December. Fingers crossed. We need some other sports other than football after this weekend.
No, we don't. Football's all we need.
We do.
Football is all I need.
No, we have no baseball, no basketball. Yeah, but then what happens the other 6 days of the week?
No, we have Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah,
Tuesday,
Thursday night. Like you've watched. How many Thursday night games have you watched this year? None. Because they're garbage. You don't want to
the
watch
first game, Kansas City, Houston. Great game.
1 out of 6.
Yep.
So forget about Thursdays. You're not watching that night. What about Monday nights? Half the games have been garbage. So you know what? And I want variety. I want football 5 nights a week. That's what I want. I want football 5 nights a week. Let's make it happen.
You want the XFL to come back, is what you're saying.
More than anything.
You're not watching Big Ten football? That's coming back this week.
I don't. College football. I mean,
Michigan, Minnesota, the big hoopla.
You know what, Jordan? You're going to give us a little college football breakdown next episode, okay? We need a give no fucks. I think that's what we need next episode, and you got to break it down in a 2-minute segment for us. All right?
Yeah. Any over under that includes Clemson.
Over.
And it's under 60.
Under
70. It's always over. Go over.
They're going to score 60 themselves.
Yes.
Love it. All right, fellas, we made it through. I can't wait to start talking Mike Tyson when November kicks in. We're going to talk about him every week until that fight. Or maybe we'll talk about Roy Jones for John because he's still you still think he's going to win?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Absolutely. I think he definitely had a better chance before Tyson's camp postponed the fight, but he's still going to win.
You think he had a better chance before?
Yeah, because Tyson only has 6 weeks to get in shape. Now he's had, 3 months? Yeah, that matters. Conditioning matters.
Is that your final thought, John?
My final thought is everybody go get your free tacos for Mookie stealing 2 bases today. Other than that, that's my final thought.
Where do you get free taco?
Taco Bell.
Good to know.
No free advertisements for that place for me. All right. Well, let's fire it up. Let's win some money in Vegas, guys. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Spotify. Anywhere you listen to a podcast, we're there. We're helping you win money. Let us know how much we helped you win. I know Paul N. I'm not going to give his last name in New York, but his name is Paul N. He only has 1 more letter in his name, too. Only 2 letters.
Nah.
I'm not going to tell you. And it's not G, because I have a Paul Ing who I'm also friends with, and it's not a G as his last letter. But this guy went with our picks 2 weeks ago, with my picks. And guess what? Put in $30, came out with $300. I like helping people win money. Don't go with my picks last week. I didn't have anyone tell me they won, so we won't talk about that. But the week before, we helped people win. Clax, you helped some girl win a lot of money.
That makes me happy.
Back to you as a tip, but that's okay. We just want to help you guys win money. That's all we care about. Keep listening.
I will take tips, though.
Until the next time, though, fire up.